Have you ever wondered if it's possible for you to start a business with absolutely no money? Well, I'm here to tell you that it is. My name is Monica Mann. I'm a serial entrepreneur and self-made millionaire, and I'm here to share with you some details about how you can work the credit system to ultimately build a highly profitable and successful business. So here's how it starts. It first has to start with your personal credit. So the reality is, if your personal credit sucks, you need to go fix it. The good news is that's the easiest part of this whole thing, is fixing your personal credit. You want your mid-FICO to be at least 680 and above. I like to see it over 720, even better if it's over 740 or 750. By the time you get it up that high, it's like the seas will part for you as far as credit goes. And so the faster you can get your personal credit mid-FICO score up there, the better. I do have other videos about this that could share with you exactly how to get your FICO score points up as fast as possible. So you could always go ahead and check out those videos that I've already done for you. And you want to be able to increase your FICO score as quickly as possible. In fact, I have a strategy that I could share with you and on my other videos exactly how to do that within a couple of months, 2-3 months, where you can get your FICO score up to 300 points if you do everything correctly. So that's the first thing that you need to do, is get your FICO credit score up there. And then once you do that, you want to start yourself a corporate entity. This could be an LLC, it could be a corporation in your home state, ideally. The alternative is to use one of the 4 anonymous states. Those would be New Mexico, Nevada, Wyoming, or Delaware. Those 4 states, if you do this through say for example a law service like AmeriLawyer.com, for example, you can get a fully anonymous corporation where people don't know who you are, which is really good because you don't want people to know who you are in the event that somebody wants to sue you one day. And unfortunately, in our highly litigious society, somebody will come out of the woodwork and want to sue you if you start making bank. That's just how things go, unfortunately, in the United States of America. It's a shame, but that's just how it is. So start yourself an anonymous corporation, get yourself an EIN, which stands for Employer Identification Number. That's essentially the social security number of your corporation, and it becomes its own, pretty much its own living, breathing entity. It's a legal entity in and of itself. And so what happens is, once you have your FICO score, your mid-FICO, up over 720, for example, and then you have your business corporation, even if it's brand spanking new. And by the way, you're always going to want to have a business corporation just to have that extra entity. To whereas now you can go out and get something called business credit. Now, I'm not going to tell you about going out and getting these bogus trade lines, like going to Quill.com, which is an office supply store, or Dell.com, which is a computer place, or one of these many companies that can offer you lines of credit, because many times you're just not in the market for a new computer, or all the time not wanting a new computer, and certainly not wanting office supplies all the time, or going to Uline.com and getting trade lines like that. You probably want to use actual credit cards like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, right? So the only way you're going to be able to do that is to offer a personal guarantee. That's just a reality. The good news is that pretty much every single business credit card company out there, including American Express, Citibank, and some really, really good ones like Bank of America, for example, they don't put this stuff on your personal credit. The only 2 that I know of that will put it on your personal credit, even if it's a business credit card, are Capital One Sparks, which is a business credit card, and the other offender is Discover Business. Those 2, again, Capital One Sparks, Discover Business, don't get those business credit cards. They will report those on your personal credit report. You don't want that, because then that drops your FICO score. So Business American Express cards, Citibank Business, all of those other ones, they do not report on your personal credit, which means then that you can have all of this credit that usually you'll get much, much higher balances, much higher credit lines to utilize on a business credit card than you'll ever get on a personal credit card. Case in point, a few years back, I got 2 notices from Bank of America to take them up on a credit card opportunity, both personally and business. So I had 2 applications, one for personal and one for business. And I thought, just for the hell of it, I'm going to send both of them in. So I actually, on the same day, sent both of the applications into Bank of America. Again, one was for personal and one was for business. Well, guess how much I got for my personal? They only gave me a maximum of $5,000 that I could use in unsecured credit on that credit card. But guess how much they gave me for business? Almost $20,000 for the business. So generally, they will give you much, much more money on a business credit card than they ever will for your personal credit card, even using the same FICO score in making this decision. The reason they do this is because they know that on a personal level, you're probably going to be blowing the money on a vacation and a big screen TV and all this other stuff. But for a business, they notice you're going to be utilizing it for the purposes of building your business, for inventory, for other things that you need for your business that's ultimately going to make money, enough money to be able to pay the credit card back. At least that's what the idea is. And so that's why they generally give a lot more money to a business than they ever will personally. Even if you have a 850 personal FICO score, they're going to always give the business more money, even utilizing that same FICO score for both of the applications. So even if you have a spitting, spanking, brand new business, they will still give you lots more money than a personal credit card, unsecured credit. So the key obviously is get that mid FICO score up, and then immediately start a brand new corporation and get yourself an EIN, and then immediately start to apply for business credit cards. Now, I recommend that you go after American Express. American Express is amazing to get on the good side of, because even if you filed for bankruptcy against American Express years ago, which I unfortunately had to do when I had identity theft back in the early 2000s, I had to file for bankruptcy against American Express. And here we are all these years later, and they actually gave me, not only do I have one business credit card with American Express, I actually have 5. So American Express is really good to get in. They give you really good liquid terms, loans, all kinds of stuff that they offer a business owner. So all of this is unsecured, by the way. And you can utilize all of this money for your business. So you can literally start a business from nothing, from zero, from Zippo. As long as you can get your mid-FICO score up, get yourself a brand new corporation. I recommend using a service called AmeriLawyer.com. They're absolutely amazing. And get yourself a corporation, preferably in your home state. But if you want to be anonymous and you want to make sure that you kind of avoid lawsuits in the future, because again, once you start making bank, people will come out of the woodwork, then you might want to consider opening up a corporation in either New Mexico, Nevada, Wyoming, or Delaware, and make sure you choose the fully anonymous option, to where the law firm will stand in the way between you and anybody else wanting to know who owns that corporation. So you might want to consider getting one of those, and then you can start the process of then using the EIN, which is the employer identification number, to then start to apply for credit with your brand new corporation, and you will get the credit cards. You will get them. Now, here's the key. You don't want to screw this up. So once you actually get your FICO between 720, 750 or higher, and you have your brand new, spanking brand new business with your EIN number, the thing that you want to do is make sure that you can apply for, like, say 3 or 4 different business credit cards all at the same time. So then that way it doesn't ding your personal FICO score, because every single hard inquiry is going to take your FICO score by about 2 points. So you want to be able to apply at the same time online to be able to go ahead and get you qualified for those business credit cards. Here's another business credit card I absolutely love, and you can get qualified on the spot. So back in the day, it used to be American Express that you can go get at a Costco, like a business American Express, but nowadays it's Citibank. So if you have a Costco membership, I strongly urge you to actually physically go down to Costco, stand in line at the customer service department, and apply for a Citibank Costco business credit card. Again, that's a Citibank Costco business credit card. And you need to do it physically on site. Don't be lazy. Don't try to do it online. Physically go down to a Costco location, stand in line, go to the customer service desk, and get a business credit card through Citibank. That's one of the best credit cards you can get, and they will approve you on the spot, as long as you have your business's EIN, and as long as you have obviously your personal social security number. So you definitely want to do that. Again, you want to go in person. Don't be lazy. Don't try to do it online. They will give you a lot of money the first time out. And that same day, as you're going home with your brand new line of credit or business credit card that you're going to get in the mail, but they'll let you use that credit right on the spot at Costco, and you're on your way home, you need to then apply for a business Amex card, American Express. If you fly Delta a lot, use the Delta card. If you shop on Amazon a lot, get an Amazon card. But those are American Express cards. Again, you want to make sure you get the business version, not the personal, but the business one. And so what you could do is then basically get all of this credit together and start your business. You can have supplies for your business. You can basically, use your credit cards for all of those things. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I get the cash off the credit cards? Well, there's a couple of ways to doing that, but the easiest way is to have your own merchant service. And a merchant service is what allows you to take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, and you'll have a merchant account that's attached directly to your business bank account, because you're going to have a business bank account. That's just the reality of the situation. So right when you open up your new corporation, you should then get yourself a business bank account. And so when you get your business bank account, you're going to attach a merchant service like Stripe.com, for example, and then it'll allow you to charge your customers, if you do have customers one day, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. So then you could charge yourself and essentially put that money into your bank account. So that's one way of doing it. Some of the merchant services do disallow you from doing this. You do have to be careful, make sure you read your terms and conditions. However, that is one of the ways that you can take physical cash off of those credit cards, is through a merchant service. Another way is through PayPal, Venmo. There's other ways of doing this. They're probably thinking, well, those are big fee companies and they're going to charge me fees. Well, yeah, there's fees. Anytime you want to borrow money, there's always going to be a fee. But I don't know about you, I'd rather pay a one-time fee of 3% than taking, so say for example, a home loan at 7 or 8% on an amortization schedule, because that's where you really get ripped off by the banks. So a one-time 3% fee is pretty much nothing. Another way you can do it is through something called convenience checks. And convenience checks, you can actually call the bank and ask for convenience checks. And a convenience check looks like just like a regular check from a checking account. So when they send you a convenience check, you could write that check and the money comes directly off of your credit card. So you could write the check for anything. You can even write it to yourself, and that's 100% legal and 100% in compliance with the terms and conditions of that bank. So that's another way that you can get the cash off. So again, you could just simply call up those banks, ask for the convenience checks, and many times they will send you some in the mail. So that's another way to get the money off. But again, you don't want to just rack up all these credit cards without any kind of wealth building endeavor to be able to make the money to earn, to give them back the money, because after a certain amount of time, even if you are within an introductory offer period of time, like a 0% or 1.99% APR for say 6 to 12 months, or longer if you're lucky, you definitely want to have a way to be able to pay that back. So I do have a way that you can get involved in an amazing cash flowing business. I have more information below in the box in the description area, and you can check that out, because it is literally hands down the most amazing cash flow opportunity I have seen. And I've been a serial entrepreneur since 1995, so that's a long time. I've been around for a while. So I've never seen anything like it, by the way. So you might want to go ahead and check the description box for more information about that. I also have some additional resources for you as far as credit goes, including some credit letters that you can start the process of disputing your credit stuff that's on the credit reports that may be negative or adverse. And I have a whole slew of videos about how to fix your credit, so you might want to check that out in my channel. If you liked what you saw so far, be able to maybe get some more videos from me, then I strongly urge you to click that like button and subscribe, because I have a lot more videos to come. This is Monica Main signing off, and I will see you in the next video.